Today the presentation is about unlocking the UFO mystery, a journey through consciousness. What if the truth about UFOs is hidden within our own consciousness? First, why are we fascinated by UFO? When was the last time you looked up and wonder, are we alone? You can look up in the sky right now and wonder, are we alone right now on this planet? You can ask yourself the questions and look up above you. And are UFOs more than just physical objects? Apakah UFO lebih dan sekadar objek fisik? Let's find out. Next. What are the current theories and what the mainstream tells us? The media tells us these objects are unidentified, but higher knowledge is hidden behind what they show on TV and radio. I'm here to reveal the truth. Next. First of all, one of the main subjects of my research, the magnetic Earth grid. Could these energy lines be gateways to other dimensions or channels of consciousness? Apakah garis-garis energi ini bisa menjadi gerbang ke dimensi lain atau saluran kesadaran? Next. So this is the magnetic Earth grid. So we can see that the main hotspots are located at the tropics of Cancer and Capricorn. This volcano, the Mauna Kea in Hawaii, which is very important for the people in Hawaii because they worship it like a god. It's a very important volcano for them, and we can see that on our grid it's located at one of the main hotspots. So the main hotspots are here, the big black dots, here, here, here. You can see at the Tropic of Cancer, and this one on the Tropic of Capricorn. And randomly this volcano is located there and can be a very powerful hotspot on our grid. So this is the picture of the volcano. Man-made constructions, Stonehenge in UK. We have a similar constructions in France, right down below in Karnak. But the one in Stonehenge has very mysterious stories about it. I advise you to look up into it. So this is the picture of Stonehenge in UK, and it is on one of the lines of our magnetic Earth grid. One big hotspot as well that you probably know is the Great Pyramids. Why the Great Pyramids are exactly there on that point that we can see here, these intersections. Maybe this is random, maybe no, but that's why I try to investigate and find answers about it. Down below, the Nazca lines in Peru, the Cibebe Rock in Eswatini. Eswatini is a country located around South Africa, and why I put this one? Because it's located on one of the big hotspots of the magnetic Earth grid, and it's the second biggest natural rock in the world. The first one is in Australia, but the second one is here. So the second biggest rock, just one rock of granite, is located on one of our hotspots. Now, if we zoom in the magnetic Earth grid with mathematical calculations, Einstein was one of the pioneers of this research, Albert Einstein. He studied this mathematics, and so when we zoom in, we can find more lines with the UVG method, the Unified Vector Geometry. It's a geometry which is naturally happening in nature, and he applied it on our Earth to find hotspots on particular places. And I give a very important example in Europe, which is the Vatican, because the Vatican is at the crisscross of many lines. We can count it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 lines are exactly crossing at Rome, and in Rome we have the Vatican, which is a small city-state in Rome, serving as the headquarters of the Roman Catholic Church and the Pope's residence. So maybe these lines are also helpful to spread ideas such as religion. Next. Now, the Unified Vector Grid of Indonesia. So this grid is part of my research. I made it myself someone did it in Europe, like on the previous map. So I decided to do it for the country of Indonesia. So, Indonesia's UVG patterns reveals a complex network of energy points that may have been used by ancient civilizations to harness Earth's natural forces. So we can see on my map, I put a few important points such as Prambanan Temple, Mount Lawu, Salanjana, and Wentira. So you can see the map right here with the UVG method. Next. Now I want to talk about the Fermi Paradox. You probably heard about the Fermi Paradox, but I will talk about it again a little bit more. The Fermi Paradox asks these questions. If extraterrestrials exist, why haven't we detected them? So the Fermi Paradox asks these questions. And one answer lies in the vast distances between us and habitable planets, such as Proxima Centauri-B. So it's the closest habitable planet from Earth, where life can possibly happen. And the distance between us and Proxima Centauri-B is 4.24 light years, which is a lot. This is very much. And we can't go with conventional ways how to go there. However, anti-gravity crafts theorize to travel faster than light by bending space-time. This could make such travel possible, and some sightings on Earth suggest these vehicles might already exist, either operated by extraterrestrials or humans. You can find more information in my book, UFO Knowledge. Next. So, let's talk about this planet, the closest habitable planet, Proxima Centauri-B. So the beings from Proxima Centauri-B, known as Centaurians or light beings, are believed to be highly evolved and spiritually advanced entities. Spiritualists describe them as benevolent guides. So spiritualists, people who meditate about these beings, they draw it like that. They are supposed to draw it like that. They're supposed to look like that out of their meditation. That's how they represent them. And they are aiming to help humanity's spiritual growth and promote harmony across the cosmos, usually through consciousness-based communication rather than physical contact, because as we saw earlier, this is 4.24 light years away. It is very far. Next. To expand more or talk about consciousness, I give a few examples that even from the smallest molecule to bigger things like the Earth, the patterns are similar. So this is an example of a molecule and the Earth magnetic grid. The patterns are similar from small to big, such as on the top of your head, you have something called a hair hole. And that's exactly the same pattern of our galaxy. Here, and another example, an ammonite fossil. The same spiral is happening from the top of your head until the galaxy. Isn't it beautiful? We are part of this immense consciousness, and yeah, that's just amazing. From the swirl of a hair strand to the vast spirals of galaxies, and from molecular patterns to the Earth's magnetic grid, everything is connected, part of a single cosmic design that binds the universe together. Next. Now let's talk about consciousness, this consciousness. Another explanation involves consciousness-based contact, CE5, as proposed by Dr. Stephen Greer. This theory suggests that calming the mind through meditation allow communication with distant beings or entities from other realms possibly. Based on research, this method is often associated with benevolent beings. Thus, the Fermi Paradox can be explained through the limits of current technology for physical contact and the potential of consciousness to bridge the gap. Let's do a small example together. To travel to the sun from here, we can do it instantly with the power of our minds, if I'm thinking about the sun. But to go there, it will require me a lot of time. That's an example of how we can bridge through consciousness. Next. The consciousness connection in UFO encounter. So the CE5 model is just the beginning. By aligning with the Earth magnetic energy, we can amplify our consciousness for contact, because we are also part of this consciousness. My research investigating the role of Earth magnetic grid, magnetic fields, is enhancing contact experiences. Consciousness as a bridge to extraterrestrial intelligence with parallels to ancient spiritual traditions. Next. Let's talk about consciousness across cultures. So in different religions, consciousness has the same concept, from Hinduism, Islam, and Christianity. In Hinduism, it's called Brahman as a reflection of interconnectedness between individual consciousness and the divine. In Islam, this is the concept of Ruh, spirit or soul, described in the Quran as a divine breath that gives life and connects human to a higher spiritual reality. And in Christianity, we call it the Holy Spirit, a form of divine consciousness that connects believers to God's presence and wisdom. My research into how these ancient views of consciousness provide insight to extraterrestrial communications. Next. Now you will ask me, how to connect with the consciousness? With meditative practices to tune into universal energy, visualizations for expanding consciousness, energy alignment with the magnetic grid, and CE5 contact protocols. Next. Now, something related to consciousness, which is remote viewing. Let me explain what is remote viewing. Remote viewing is the ability to perceive distant locations or objects using only the mind. An example, the CIA's Target project used remote viewers to locate hidden Soviet bases. Absolutely everyone can do it. With training, anyone can tap into this potential. Now imagine a workshop where we tap into consciousness guided by my own research in energy fields. Next. And now, to finish this presentation, I'm here to tell you that my book, UFO Knowledge, Part 1, Pesawat Anti-Gravitasi, the Indonesian version, for today is at 25% off, at 60,000 rupiahs, and the map is at 50% off, at 20,000 rupiah. So that's the end. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Big applause to Mr. Thomas to explain the theory. Maybe you want to make a question or something.
Oh yeah, if you have a question, just let me know.
Tanya boleh Mr. Thomas, apa itu UFO teori bisa? Monggo, ada yang mau tanya?
I want to ask question.
Yes.
If we consume some herbs plants like ayahuasca or something that can make our consciousness not normal. Is it really works to increase?
Yeah, that can work. So some people report that can expand your consciousness for a short period of time, just during the effect of when you consume it. But that's to show you that it's possible to do it without the herb, without the ayahuasca. So it's possible to do it without, but it gives you a short time hack. But not to take it all the time. Yeah, it just has to teach you that you can do it without it, with training.
Oh, so we have to training.
Yeah, yes.
To make it longer.
You have to train to to reach this state, because the ayahuasca give it straight away to you and you don't understand anything, so you have to practice it by yourself over time.
Mungkin ada pertanyaan lain?